There we are.
Boom.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, baby.
Hello, my love.
My love.
My forever man.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Mm,
Did you know you are stuck with me forever, don't you? You
gladly.
do know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank goodness.
I look forward to our journeys from here and beyond together.
Me too.
I do. I do.
I do. I did. I will. Anyway, hello, everyone.
Hi. Yeah. Thank you for joining us on date night, where
Hello,
we talk about a little
Michelle.
this and a little that.
Bit of everything. Bit of everything. Yep. Have you been, Michelle? Oh. So, how was your day? Because I haven't asked you yet. I know we've done global predictions, but I haven't actually asked you. How was
Yeah.
your day, my darling?
It was good. This is fantasy football hangover day. And I'm not
Aha.
saying hangover because I was drinking. It's just an overflow of information that, you know, for anyone that plays fantasy football, you study, you try to make all the right picks, and you end up making some wrong picks, and you end up making some really good ones. But it was really fun. I had a great time just chatting with the guys and, um, the ball busting that goes along with it. And for anyone that plays fantasy football, I'll show you. This is what I do. You know, um, I love fantasy football. There's 16 teams in this particular league, and I had pick 15 out of 16. And what happens is it works as a snake. Um, it's called a snake draft. And what happens is you start out with pick number one, and then goes all the way down to 15 or 16, and then he gets two picks, and then it comes back down all the way back down to one. So this is my team right here. I know this will go over the heads of a lot of people. I did what's called a zero running back strategy. I tried to, but I needed a running back here. But I took three of my first four picks for wide receivers. Two of the first six were running backs. I didn't pick a quarterback until round seven, so I held off on that. Tight end until round eight. But I ended up with a really good team. I'm happy with it. This is the team I got. I probably made a pick too early, right here, but that's part of the whole deal. You second guess yourself, you make mistakes, and you still have fun doing it. So anyway, that's fantasy football for you. And after watching The Secret back in 2006, 2007, I stopped watching all sports except for football. I love American football, so that's what I do. And on Sundays, football Sundays, great because it gets me, for being a workaholic. It takes me away from work, and I appreciate that, and my heart appreciates that. I can't be stressing myself out, and I need to get away from work. So yeah, um, I had a lot of fun with fantasy football yesterday, and the first game happens on Thursday, and I do have a wide receiver playing, Isaiah McKenzie, that day. So we'll see what happens. Looks like Ellie got kicked off. Hopefully she'll be back here soon. And in the meanwhile, say hi to everyone. We already said hi to Michelle and hi to Mad Max and Kenny. Kenny Blue and Seeker joined us. Welcome back to Vera and Claudette. Thank you for joining us. And from Leanne, good morning to you in Sydney, I believe. Hi to Michelle. That thumbnail pic is beautiful. Aw, Raven. Uh, Vera said they finally had rain and thunder after weeks of no rain. Okay, that's good. hello to Linda as well. So while we're waiting for Allie to get back, I'm going to put it out there. Who, and this is for everybody that's in the chat, and if you're watching on the recorded version, answered below. Who was your first celebrity crush? We all had them. Who was, there you are. Hi, baby.
Sorry, darling.
So I put it out there. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Okay. Mine was Bruce Willis.
Who?
Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis.
He was in Moonlighting. This is before Die Hard. He was in like a TV series called Moonlighting.
Okay.
Yeah. Richard Gere. Yeah.
Getting some answers already from our chat. And Stephanie says Elvis. Oh, thank you very much. Robert Redford for Kenny.
Okay.
Do you know who this guy is? I do.
No.
I didn't think you did. He's the lead guitarist and one of the singers in Styx.
What
and
Styx?
He played with, it's a rock band.
Oh.
He sang the song Renegade. Blue Collar Man, I believe he sang also. Michelle says, I don't
want to say. Is it embarrassing then?
Paul McCartney. Was it Paul or Fall?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Donny Osmond. Another got 2 votes for Elvis, apparently.
Okay.
Nikki Dolenz from the Monkees. Still the last remaining monkey. The last one that's alive.
Oh, so you was also Tommy Shaw.
Yeah, a second Tommy Shaw. David Cassidy, Partridge Family. That's funny. Mine was Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie. Do that. Come on. Hold your arms and blink. Yeah. She made me feel funny in places I didn't know I was supposed to feel funny.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did.
That's funny. What Styx? Oh, Styx was the band.
The band. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. See, women have girl crushes too. Even if you're not that way inclined, you still have them. So, who's that woman from Friends? Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, isn't it? And
yeah, it is, because we don't have them as guys. We have like the sports idols. You know, you look up to like a player like Pat Mahomes in football or something, but you don't have crushes on them.
No.
Yeah.
But women, what about you guys, you women out there? Did any women have like a girl crush? I mean, Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, a lot of people had a girl crush on Khaleesi.
There you go. Stephanie Hunter, Gidget was mine.
Who's Gidget?
Gidget. She was a little idol in the 60s. That was, I think she was a little brunette. Tiny little thing. Selma Hayek. Kenny. Sally Field. The Flying Nun, right? Michael Landon, Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie. I liked, who was it? Bewitched, Elizabeth Montgomery. I thought she was a hottie. And Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett, now that rings a bell. Bo Derek.
Oh, yeah, her too. Yep.
Yeah, in the film 10.
Yes, Bo Derek was, 10. Yeah.
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 Had a crush on the Wilson sisters from Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? We wouldn't like look at them now because a lot of them we probably know what they're really about. But
Yeah, but yeah, everybody has that. Those little crushes that we had when we were younger, and it's kind of fascinating to see who they were, why.
Tom Selleck, yeah, in three men and a baby. Yeah.
What was that? He was in some show, weekly show in the United States.
Oh yeah. He was like a detective person,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
private eye kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. I didn't. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of it.
No.
Honestly, I don't watch a lot of TV. Never have.
I don't watch TV as such. I used to watch EastEnd. I used to watch all the soap operas. We used to watch Neighbours here and Home and Away, and Magnum. That was it.
Yes, Magnum PI.
Magnum.
That's it. Yeah. My friend's hubby went to high school with Farrah. Wow. I wonder if she had the Farrah hair back then. That perfectly feathered hair.
I can't think what she looks like.
Oh, I'll pull up a picture of her.
The young Clint Eastwood, said Hanging Laundry. My cousin Camilla was in Three Men and a Baby, was she? Oh, wow. Did anybody watch Dallas? Because there was always Bobby Ewing. He was always Patrick Swayze, yes. Patrick Swayze. Yeah.
Okay, this is Farrah. This is the poster most boys remember.
Oh.
I'm not sure why we all remember that poster.
Yeah, I bet you do know why. Yeah.
It's that beautiful smile or that great hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was married to the $6 million man. What was his name? Steve Austin? What was his name? Yeah, I don't remember. The $6 million man.
Oh, Maureen, so sorry I had to pull out of last live. Another bushfire near that I'm monitoring will be split focus.
Oh my.
Point. I'm not surprised. Wow. Well, we're sending lots of love energy. Please send lots of healing love energy over to Maureen, keeping her safe. Okay.
That was it. Lee Majors. Yes. Lee Majors.
I don't know. I don't think I know that one.
A $6 million man. Yeah. Yeah. So hi to Maureen. Thank you for joining us. And hi to Bella and LA Love a Girl.
Hello,
Sheila. Sheila. Yeah. Welcome to date night. I got some great questions that I can ask this week. No. So that was a fun one.
Yeah.
You want another?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This will be interesting because I'm really curious what everyone has to say about this. What's some of the best advice you've ever received?
Well, I'm going to need time to think about that one.
It doesn't have to be the best, just some of the best. It could be anything. And I can tell you, like for me, was about children. I was told don't look forward to the milestones because they're going to come and go before you know it, and you'll miss everything in between. So just appreciate the day, every day with your child. Don't look forward to the first time they walk, talk, roll over.
Yeah.
There's so much that's going on in between that. That's great advice.
That is very good advice. Yeah. I think it was a friend of mine said, with, you know, because it's linked with cosmic ordering. So when we've sent an order out to the universe and we've kind of asked for, or we feel we deserve a certain amount of money, or, you know, that whatever we've asked for, she said you can either work, you can choose to work 7 days a week, you'll still get the same money as if you worked 3 days a week, because it's what you've ordered.
Yeah.
It's not going to change. It's not going to change if you work harder, because it's all about what you're ordering. So if you want more money, then you have to visualize more money.
That's the
Visualize
truth.
what it is you
Yeah.
want.
Boy, that is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Linda Winger, stop believing fake news. Yeah. You picked that one as well. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This is good advice. Don't go to
Yeah.
bed angry.
That's so true.
Keep your legs crossed.
Yeah.
Maureen agrees. In the moment with kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Get on their wavelength as much as you possibly can.
Yeah. Be gentle with yourself and don't waste any time in self-judgment. That is so
Yeah.
true.
There's too
I mean,
many other people ready to criticize you or put you down. You don't want to be giving them any
and not
extra
just that,
ammunition.
you might be thinking, oh, everyone thinks this of me. In reality, no one thinks that.
No,
It's
no.
just you.
We're our worst critique, can't we?
Yes, we are. We are. So that's wonderful advice. Thank you, Sheila.
Oh, I love that one, Leanne. Don't try changing yourself for others. Be proud to be who you are, and the right people will love you for you.
Very
Your
good,
tribe
Leanne.
will find you. I love
Yes.
that, Leanne.
Yes. One mouth for talking, two for listening. Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with, don't change yourself. Man, that how long does it take people to learn that lesson? To not change yourself. Some people never learn it.
No, always trying to please others, trying to be who they want you to be.
I've
My
said
mum
this for
gave me good advice when I was younger.
yeah.
She said, she said, Ali, you know, you need to think now you've got a relationship, you need to think about contraception. She said the pill works. And I said, it doesn't always work, Mum. You know, what if you're sick, or what if, you know? And she said, the pill does work, darling, but you have to put it between your knees.
That will work.
I thought that was really funny.
So many, I've said this a lot, and this is in relation to what Leanne was saying. I've said this a lot in 5D. Too many people will go to their graves pretending to be what society expects them to be, and will go to their graves never knowing who they truly were.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
such a shame.
be yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we've all kind of tried to be, especially, you know, when you first meet somebody and you want to make a good impression, you know, I can understand that. But, you know, slowly, it's okay to unravel the true you. So, yeah,
I don't think I did that with you.
we didn't know. It was just the same.
Yeah, I've always been me.
It's
With
because
you,
it was
I
so
could.
familiar. It was like, I know you. Your
I know you.
opinion of me is none of my business. I like that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so let's go with another question. All right. So, what was your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood memory was me holding this huge rabbit that was nearly as big as me. It was a huge white rabbit, and there's a photograph of it. There might have been one before that, but that's kind of the one I'm thinking. What about you?
How old were you?
2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mine was my parents would. My mom would put me to bed, well, at night or for a nap or whatever, and we had this record player, this portable record player, and they would play Disney albums to put me to sleep. I'd listen to the Disney album, and it generally would put me to sleep. But I'm in my crib, and I remember the record played all the way through, and the needle's just bobbing up and down at the end of the record. I'm looking through my bars. I couldn't speak at the time. I'm like, what do I do? Just looking at the bars, watching the needle bounce up and down. That was my earliest memory. And I remember it was in the evening because I remember hearing the birds across the street. We had this little forest across the street from where I lived, and in the evening, all the birds would flock into there, and they made all this, wonderful chirping sounds. But yeah, I totally dug that. Then I remember, yeah, and then I couldn't have been. I had to. Well, I was in the crib, so probably a year old.
So Maureen was also standing in the crib. Yeah.
There's some people who have in vitro memories of being inside the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned that in my childhood psychology class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my. There it is. Cutting my hair half off in front of a mirror. 2 or 3. My dad was mad at my mom.
Ooh.
What, for allowing you to have scissors?
Probably, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Speaking of children, Leanne's off to babysit.
Oh,
Have
a
fun.
lovely
Enjoy.
time. Enjoy every single second.
Picris? My earliest memory. Welcome aboard. My earliest memory I can vividly recall is accidentally getting hit in the head with a wooden swing flying at my head. Oh God, that's traumatic.
Yeah.
You probably had a fear of parks or swings after that. You want to go to the park? No.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Vera said her first childhood memory was being at the top of the skeleton of a house. At 6 years old, my dad had to physically get me off. I didn't want to because I loved being up so high. Wow. You have no fear of heights, obviously.
What's the skeleton of the house?
I'm guessing the roof. That's what I'm thinking. I'm envisioning the up. Yeah.
Like the beams. The
Yeah,
beams.
up on top.
Ah, okay.
I'd be petrified if that was my child.
Well, my when I went to playgroup, they had to dismantle the climbing frame because I was able to get to the top and do all these acrobatic things, and all the other children tried to follow and was falling off. So, yeah, they had to dismantle it.
Do you have a fear of heights?
No,
I do.
not particularly. I mean, obviously, if I'm standing on the top of a cliff, yeah, I wouldn't be feeling great about that.
Okay, so at what point do you have fear of heights? 10 feet, 100 feet?
Never tried it out, really.
But I mean, obviously, you might be 5 feet in the air and you're like, this is no big deal. But eventually you're starting to say, okay, I'm afraid.
But I think that's natural, isn't it? You get to the point where it's like a natural thing.
But the thing is, a lot of us have had that dream where we can fly, right? And I like I said, I've got a fear of heights, but in my dreams, I can fly, I can arch my back and swoop down and go back up again. There's no fear whatsoever in my dreams of heights. I can go as high as I want, loving it. It's as if it was the most natural thing to do.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that dream, flying?
Yes, definitely. But I've
Did,
also been dropping down. Yeah.
did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I loved flying. Absolutely loved it.
Did it feel natural?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you have to flap your arms, or did you
I
just go?
can't remember. I just felt as if I was just gliding. Yeah.
Did
I
you
didn't
jump
feel
off a building, or
bird-like.
did you jump off a building, or just launch yourself up in the air?
Well, I taught this one of the meditations that I taught people down into, which is, standing on the edge of a cliff and you suddenly become the bird. You become that powerful bird, and then you're gliding. So I've visualized that.
I love that's. Have you had that dream more than once of flying?
Yes, lots. You?
Oh yeah, it's like one of my most common recurring dreams
Yeah.
is flying, and it's not like I have them a lot. And for you, you don't even dream a lot, so it's amazing that you remember those dreams of flying.
Yeah.
But I dream all the time, and I have it maybe once a year that I can fly, but I always have them, and I love those dreams. They've
I
always
wouldn't
been
remember how often I
positive.
have it. Yeah.
Do you think we could fly at some point?
I believe we're capable of so much. I think we're capable of lifting ourselves,
I,
actually
th-
lifting up. But
I
I'm not
think
sure about flying, but definitely we can. We
Well,
can.
I do because you hear people talking about the near death experience,
Yeah.
and they're lifting up, and they're flying at that point, and they're looking back, and they can see themselves on the operating table or in the car crash or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're flying then, and there's no fear. Interdimensionally, once you cross over to the other side, you can fly, and I think that's where that comforting feeling comes from when you're flying and you feel good about it and you're not afraid of heights or anything, because you're not in on the other side of the veil, which to me is more real than reality.
Yeah.
Because reality, we're locked into that box of time,
Yeah.
Saturn, schedules,
This is
but
it.
there's no
When we do past life regressions, it's like I never ask what year is it, because that automatically switches you to your logical brain, and your logical brain then tries to work it out. So you kind of go to where they cook the kitchen area, and then you can see where they're cooking, you know. But yeah, time is an illusion. It doesn't exist in their world. It's hard.
So you stalk people, you're stalking people in their kitchens, is that what you're saying?
No, it's in the past life regression. You
Oh,
take
okay.
people to their kitchen where they're cooking, where they,
Okay.
because it's the pots and pans, and that teaches you kind of what era they were.
You do have a reputation for interdimensionally stalking someone.
Only you.
Yes, and I'm grateful for that.
You're welcome.
So early childhood memory, Sheila says that she remembers her mother holding her, which didn't happen often. She was about 3 or so, and put my hand to my mouth and whispered, "I love you," in her ear, and she didn't answer me back. Aw, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it's horrible that you've got that memory.
Let me ask you this. With Brittany, you can watch like any of my homemade videos that I have, and I tell her I love you constantly in there. I would tell her I love you at a minimum, and I'm severely underestimating, and I probably said it at least 10 times a day, probably many, many, many more times than that. Only because my parents never said I love you as a kid, and I didn't want to make that mistake with her.
Yeah.
Did you find that you said I love you a lot more to your children than you were told? Because it was a different time era too. It's a different, you know.
I was always told how much I'm loved. So I was pretty lucky. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did, always tell the kids, and singing that song, "You're My Sunshine," was
Uh,
always. I was always singing that badly, but I was singing it. Poor kids.
See, but the thing is, okay, with my parents, I knew that they loved me, but they never said to any of us. I had two older sisters. They never told us we love you. So,
I wonder why. I wonder why that was difficult for them.
well, my dad was born in the late 1920s. My mom was born in 36. And they're still alive. I'm very grateful for that. And they say I love you all the time. Every time we end phone conversations, we
Yeah.
hug in person, hug, tell each other we love them, each other. But now they do. But when we were kids, never. And that's why I had to make sure that Brittany got it a lot.
Yeah. She was under no illusion. She knew.
Yeah,
She could feel it too, as well,
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure.
Kenny Blue, flying. I jumped all the time, standing in my front yard, launching myself up into the air. Heck yeah. Mine was in my backyard in upstate New York. That's where I would fly from. I'm
Yeah.
wondering too, in these dreams that you could fly, and I'll put this out there to everyone who's had that dream. How old were you in that dream?
In which dream?
Flying dreams. Are you
Flying
whatever
dreams.
age you were when you had it, or were you younger?
I cannot remember. I can't remember because obviously, dreaming for me happens very um irregular. So, but I can't even remember that the age came into it. It was just a feeling of flying. And then you wake up and it's like that was a nice dream.
The,
Yeah.
the reason I ask about age is because when I dream, I don't see old people. Nobody's old in my dreams. The oldest people I see in my dreams might be my parents, but even my parents would be. My dad might be 40, and my mom might be in her 30s,
Yeah.
which is much younger than I am right now. And I think that's the only way I could see them is from how I remember them from when I was growing up. Because if I had seen them as them being in their teens or 20s, I probably wouldn't recognize them.
Yeah.
But everybody in my dream is when I see when my sister Lola, she passed away in 2011. When she visits me in my dreams, she's in her early 20s. She looks young and healthy and beautiful. So, she's young. Do you see did you well, do you see old people in your dreams?
Yes, because some of them are spirit guides, so they do come into your dream state as well. So, yeah, I see my nan and granddad. They're older, so they come in. Um, yeah,
Well, even my spirit guide Tamara came to me, but she was young. She looked like she was in her 20s, young.
yeah, that's interesting.
I am way behind on the chat.
I had my first out of body experience at the age of 7, walking home from school. I had a really good idea that I didn't know wasn't maybe a download. All of our in 5D family love. We've got lots of people on here that have probably got some amazing spiritual stories. I think we need to interview some of them, some of the in 5D family, or have a get together or something and, you know, chat about that.
Well,
What do
that's
you
why
think?
I was doing the N5D spirit chat because everyone's got amazing stories to tell. But when they don't want to come on and tell them, I
But
can't.
this one, we would have to invite them. Does that make sense? We would have to officially invite them to actually come on, to be interviewed.
Okay.
We actually interview them. What do you think? Is it anybody out there who feels as if they've got a good story, good experience?
I'm sure everyone's got amazing stories, but getting them to actually come on screen and talk is a
Well, we
whole
can
different.
only ask, can't
Yeah.
we? We can only ask. Because Rosie Neal, I was listening to Rosie Neal, and she's got amazing spiritual story. I'd love to find out more about hers.
I've had several chats with her on the N5D channel.
Have you?
Yep.
Oh,
Elaine says I fly over beaches, go shopping, talk to people, and they say, "Hey, look, she's flying."
Yeah.
That's great. So they reckon you're cognizant of them, and they can see you. That's great.
Yeah. We are not. We are having to miss out some of these lovely conversations here. We don't mean to. We're just having to randomly pick some. So
Yes. When you dream, you see yourself in. Do you see yourself in the dream, or do you see yourself not because you see it from inside? I'm aware of myself. I don't see myself.
yeah, I don't see myself. It's like I just. It's like
Yeah.
the vision is through my eyes.
Yes. My parents told me that they loved me every day, and I tell my children I love them every day. That's the way to do it. And that for me, there were things that my parents did and didn't do that I changed. I broke the circuit, the cycle. Getting hit with a strap, getting hit, period, was one thing that I didn't continue that cycle on with my daughter. And not being told I love you, I'm like, well, I'm going to change that too. And if you're a parent, you have that opportunity to break the cycle. And you know what? There's probably a good chance that in a previous lifetime before my parents' lifetime, I might have been their parent, and I could have been the one that was the abuser. So I had to end that cycle, you know. And in the previous lifetime, maybe I was the one that didn't tell my parents I love you, and I had to feel what that was like for them to tell me that, to
Yeah.
understand. Okay, well, I forgive you, and let's all move together forward. And I can bring that to my daughter and say, I love you every day with her. So it gives you a whole different perspective when you see it as an outsider and see yourself as, hey, that was me in a previous lifetime. You have compassion and understanding when you see it that way.
Yeah.
What you got there?
So yeah, she would love to share. I feel very connected. I was very connected to Mount Shasta for many years, and I've been interviewed several times.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. I can't remember this lady's name. Is it Cindy? Is this Cindy? Is your name
I
Cindy?
think so.
Because I know we've been contacting on because when I was sending some bits and pieces out. So I believe it is Cindy. Because if it is, I'll reach out to you. Maybe we can arrange a date so that can happen.
Maureen says, tell kids I love them every time we communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always.
Whoa. We were not allowed to say I love you.
Oh, Elaine.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
that's awful.
This is
That's
kind of similar to the other question that we also had. In your dreams, do you see yourself from above or from an other side?
true. Yeah.
I say I just am aware, and
Yeah.
it's being on the ground basically for the most part, except when I'm flying.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, thank you very much. If there is anybody, can you please hit the like and share if you can? That would be amazing. Thank you.
Got another flyer.
All the
All the
time.
time as a youth, but rare.
Adult.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, it is. It is Cindy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lovely. All right. That's beautiful. So,
Yeah, I am going to, and I'm gonna start putting up a schedule of events for the month. So stay tuned to In Five Deep for that, and I'll let you guys know ahead of time when we do have the spirit chats.
yeah.
Um, and it would, the reason I stopped doing them is because nobody was showing up. Well, I'm not saying nobody. We'd have a handful of people, 2 or 3 people might show up on camera. There'd be a lot of people in the chat, but not many people were coming on camera. And this is why I'm doing it. I want you to tell your stories. I want to give you a voice. If you're not going to take advantage of it, I can't force you to come on here. So if you, now that, and people said, well, there wasn't much of a heads up. That is true, and that's on me. But now you'll have a huge heads up and there's no excuse. And if we get the same kind of turnout, uh, barely nobody there, then I probably won't continue it. We'll see, but I'll put it out there. We'll see what happens. And I encourage you guys to get on here because I'm giving you this platform to tell your story. We want to hear those stories.
Absolutely.
You're way ahead of me on the chat.
Well, I don't mean to be. I can go up.
Right now, I'm right here.
Oh, that's not that far.
Okay.
Yeah. I've missed out loads from the top here. Just loads.
I did see my daughter in the spirit form. The night we conceived her. Wow. Also saw over these little bighorn and Black Hills. Saw these over Little Bighorn and Black Hill. Spirits, I'm assuming. Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. You saw your daughter in spirit form the night she was conceived. That's amazing.
I hope not during. That's off-putting.
What's that? That's not what? My air conditioner's drowning you.
I hope not during, because that's off-putting. Like, hi, I'm one of those little swimmers.
My daughter was conceived on my 33rd birthday, a master number. So Britt had a contract with me. She said, if you're not on your path by the time you turn 33, I'm coming in. And here she is. And and if you're coming to the N5D beach meetup in October 2nd, Brittany will be here.
Oh,
so
that's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. And then the next one is November 20th. So October 2nd, November 20th, 3 p.m. Change the meeting spot, though. It's going to be behind the green lifeguard tower. That way you're closer to the water and closer to the drum circle. So, yeah, instead of the tree. We met at the tree for this past N5D beach meetup, but the next one will be behind the green heart chakra lifeguard tower.
Green, just come up here. Tell everyone how it went. How did it go?
It was fun. We had it was on Labor Day weekend. So, I know people had issues trying to get a parking spot, and I did a live video from the beach. Actually, I did a couple of them. I did a live video from the meetup and another one from the drum circle. I saw you put a little heart next to that. So
I loved it. I loved it.
You were able to see the drum circle. It's such a magical event. When you want to
be there.
You have the energy of the 99.9% quartz crystal sand. You have the energy of the drums. You have the energy of the moon. You have the energy of the waves crashing on the beach, creating these negative ions, which are the ions that make you feel good. Just so many things that are going on with when you're there at the drum circle. You don't want to leave. But yeah, so that's all part of it. Our beach meetup is on Sundays.
Yeah.
So it'd be October 2nd and November 20th, 3 p.m. So check it out. Hope you guys can, if you're going to come down to Sarasota, you got to come down for the drum circle and the beach meetup. Yeah, it's free.
I love this, Elaine. So I did end the cycle in my family. I came from a whole lot of crazy. A beautiful gift, my family, so much love and compassion in my loving heart. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So well done you, breaking that cycle.
Would you agree, Elaine, that it may have been you in a previous lifetime with that issue about love with your children who were actually your parents in a previous lifetime, which is why they had to bring it back to you? Is that a possibility? That's all I'm asking. Is it a possibility? That's the hardest part about some of our spiritual lessons. Like when my parents my dad would hit me with a belt, realizing that I was probably the one hitting them with the belt in a previous lifetime. and owning that and saying, okay, the cycle's coming to an end. This is it. That's hard. That's a hard spiritual lesson to learn. And you can put that on some of the most difficult cases like child abuse, rape, you know, to realize, because we were all the best of the best and the worst of the worst.
I've always been an angel, not having anything else said about that. I've
Okay.
always been an angel.
Okay. Not me. I admit it. Oh, hell no. I had fun. Lived life. That's
I'm
interesting.
loving reading the messages.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for
Hi,
joining
Vanessa.
in with us.
Exactly. Hi, Vanessa. She says that she can't sleep in the dark and has a light on in her home. Does that stem from childhood? Because I know my daughter had that issue for the longest time. She still might. I don't know. She never liked sleeping in the dark. She always had to have a night light.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, I know what the dark really is. It's another place, and there are things there to keep them at bay. The light, they don't like that. So as a child, you were sensing the energies, other presence of energies. But you know what? It's like when I smudge, I say only those of the highest vibration of truth, love, and light are welcome here. I demand that all negative entities leave immediately. You may have been sensing some relatives that you weren't just familiar with, or your discernment might have said, hey, there are some negative entities in here. Because who knows, if you buy, for example, like a bed used or a crib or furniture used, there's energies that are attached to those items,
Yeah.
So you could have been feeling energies from that as well.
No.
Fellow flyers. Ha! I love it. Oh, yeah. We love
Let's
flying.
all dream tonight. We'll be there. Fly.
How
together.
cool would that be?
Yeah.
We're all flying together.
Yeah. That would be great, wouldn't it? To all connect in that level.
So her daughter in spirit flew alongside their car. And she asked her husband, did you see that? And he said he did. Wow. Aw, thank you, Debbie. Thank you for joining us too.
Oh. Was you trying for a baby? Just out of interest. Was you actually trying?
Yeah, let's get those likes up there. 36 people in chat and only 8 likes. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. It doesn't take 2 seconds to
A like costs you nothing.
Yeah.
It costs you a fraction of a second of your time.
Thank you so much, Vera.
No, you cannot. Guitars are not welcome at drum circles. There was a guy there that would bring his guitar, and he kind of like drowned out the drums. It was not cool at all. So, yeah, I'm a guitarist too, and I agree. So, yeah, for the beach meetup, yeah, sure, you can. I'll bring my guitar and we can jam.
You could always do it before you meet. When you're at the
for the beach meetup. Yeah, 3 o'clock. Yeah, let's do it. I'm in. This girl's hot. By the way.
Oh, I love you. It's so complimentary.
And I totally agree. Yes, absolutely. I created this lifetime to awaken to who I really am as love. Yes, you did. Yeah. Those
celebrate who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moths always come out of the dark searching for light. Yeah. It's true.
Yep. Yeah. Have you got any more of those questions, love?
Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. I just love all the chat that's going on. You guys are amazing. Love your answers and the interaction.
We do. There's definitely more interaction now than ever before, I think. It's definitely more lively.
Yeah. All right. You know my answer for this one. I guarantee you know my answer. What's the coziest thing you own?
The coziest thing that you own?
You hate mine.
You mean clothing wise?
Yeah.
I know your clothing wise is the one with all the holes in it. And I've got a photograph that came up on my memories of you, and we were in the supermarket. I couldn't believe it. I still found you absolutely sexy hot. Makes no difference what you're wearing.
That is the coziest thing I own. And it doesn't have to be clothes. It can be anything, like Gypsy JJ, my tiny house. Yeah.
Coziest thing I own. You are.
Aw.
I don't own you though, but coziest thing I own. I don't know. I'm not into possessions. This is the trouble. It's like possessions. I just don't care about them.
Okay, so Pickrus says mine is a blanket my great grandmother made that we still have. Aw, that's awesome.
Oh, we were trying for a baby, says Helen. Yeah, Helen. Yeah.
I sure hope so, Seeker. I really, really hope so. That would be fantastic.
Yes. Yep. We're definitely going to be at a drum circle energy party.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm not going to have any health issues. I'm going to be able to dance around that fire. Yeah. Because I was watching that, honestly, I was watching that drum circle and I was thinking, oh my God, the old me would have been dancing around there, feeling that energy. I'm not going to be able to do it. My knees just don't let me.
I had to kneel down and squat down because of my sciatica when I was taking that video.
Oh, thank goodness that well, it's not thank goodness. We're both a bit a bit broken, aren't we, love?
Yeah, and that's okay.
It is okay.
Reality Theorist says that I like my fuzzy blanket and feather duvet.
Oh.
Very cozy even in the summer. Yeah. Vera says her kitty.
Yeah.
Kenny says her feather bed. Maureen fills her cabin with cozy. We were gifted a My pillows.
Oh, of course, yeah, I remember that. Who did that for us?
Oh, I can't remember offhand. It's on the tip of my tongue. I actually opened up one. The other one's still compressed into like a little cylinder. It's comfortable. It really is. The My pillows are great. My Hawaiian sarongs. Is that how you pronounce it? Sarong?
Sarongs. That's how you spell sarongs.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
I own a box with some soft hair from my cat Oscar I lost. Does that count? Yeah, if it gives you a cozy feeling, why not?
Of course. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The My Pillow guy is now selling coffee. Does he want people to have a good night's sleep or stay up all night?
He wants you to stay up long enough to remember what a lovely pillow it is and to keep buying them.
That's funny.
So Pie Chris said he's been playing bass. for 5 years, base for 5 years.
What was that? Can you highlight it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And you are correct when, whoops, not, you're correct. I learned that beach could help healing. And I haven't been going to the beach very much lately. So I need to get out.
I would love to get there, but I can't at the moment. It's not possible.
Yeah, until they start lifting the restrictions.
If the restrictions lift. Could we go on holiday next year, darling? Like, we could start chipping away and paying for a holiday, like a, like, what do you think? Going away for a couple of weeks.
I'm in.
Where can we go that's somewhere in between? In between, like, it's got to have a beach, definitely, because I think we both like.
I would love to go to Mexico, but that's too far away for you.
I can't get into Mexico there, can I? I don't think I can get into Mexico.
I don't know, maybe.
Does Mexico require you to have this thing?
I don't know.
Does anybody know that? Oh, that's lovely. Jeff Mano. Hi, Gregg, and I just wanted to say I love you guys so much. So happy to see you. Oh, well, blessings to you. We love you too.
I would like to go to a place that has a great beach. Yeah.
Yeah, because everything else, you know, being together is a holiday. It's just, we appreciate it so much.
Or a lake would work, and a beautiful lake. It doesn't have to be a ocean. It could be a beautiful lake.
I want a beach. I'm ready for a beach holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got another question if you want it.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you believed in as a kid? The weirdest thing I believed in as a kid. I can't remember. I can't remember if there's anything weird that I believed in as a kid. Don't know. I used to have a recurring dream about a big dog, huge dog that was squashing people. It was that big. I used to always wake my mum and dad up because of this big dog. And also my other dream was that there was nothing. When you died, there was nothing. And I used to wake up screaming about that. What happens when you die? What happens when you die? Is there nothing? We just don't exist. We're just nothing. That's what used to panic me. But that's the only weird thing that I remember.
I'm with you on that. You know, I feared death as a kid because I didn't understand it. Now that I've faced it so many freaking times, and I know that we never truly die, there's nothing to fear.
No, not now. I'm not fearful. I don't want to leave you, and I don't want to leave my family.
Weirdest thing you believed as a kid? Santa. Religion, organized religion, maybe. I don't know. Because I remember, questioning my Sunday school teacher so much that they called my parents up and told me to stop disrupting class by asking so many questions. I just didn't believe it. And I got the EBGBs when I walked into the church. I just got that. So, yeah. Religion would be my answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's a little. Do you see this?
Change. I received my first personal reading for Ali last week. Let me say it was awesome beyond words. Some of the prediction aspects have already come to pass. This will be regular now. She's got it going offshore. Oh, thank you, Maureen. It was a pleasure reading for you.
Allie's amazing. A friend of mine contacted me. She watches the global predictions, and she says she wants to get a one-on-one reading with you as well. So,
oh, I love it. I feel so blessed to be able to do what I do and call it a job. It's like, how blessed are you, you know?
exactly. I was told that if I eat watermelon seeds, a watermelon would grow in my tummy.
That's what that, yeah.
Uh-huh. I believed that for a little while
My
too.
granddad used to say that.
I wondered why God would make so many things that would just stop existing. I'm glad that was just the whispers of the darkness.
Yeah.
Talking to aliens in my dreams, and they would tell me things that were going to happen in the future, and I believe it. Ah, it's awesome. When I was younger, I was deathly afraid of being cremated. I had recurring dreams that I woke up in a crematorium. There was an article recently about this little girl. She woke up at her funeral.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, imagine that.
What happened?
I don't know. I didn't look into the article.
Oh. That would be interesting to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What was the
I believe
process?
that if I walked across bridges, they would fall down. They never did, but it took me a while to get over it. Yeah, I can understand that.
That's
Yeah.
obviously a past life thing. Has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, this is it. I'm with you, Ali. I've moved away from stuff lately. It just doesn't have the influence over me. I do have a coverlet that me and Goo, like she on top right next to me on my couch. I presume that Goo is a cat or a dog. I presume. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not attached to things. You know, when people get irate about things smashing or breaking, I'm like, it's a thing. Did it hurt you? That would be my first question. It happens, doesn't it? Yeah. So where are we at? Oh, Bella said no, Mexico does not. So you don't need the jab then.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Ooh. Maybe we're going to Mexico.
Cancun would be amazing.
Oh, it's getting out of Mexico that will test you. Oh, bugger it. Bugger it. I love that, Alone Santa. What weird thing. I still believe in fairies, and I've told my girls if they ever say to me that Santa doesn't exist, then they will never get a present again. He won't give you a present. And they still say that they believe in Santa because
Aw.
he's real. He's real. Don't ever lose faith in Santa.
Okay. Let's go for another question.
Wow, you guys are amazing with all your storytelling. Thank you so much.
Whoops. That's not what I had.
So Elaine said, I was working on a girl doing energy work, and she had a fairy that sat on her shoulder, stayed right with her. It was the coolest thing.
All right. Do you have a sweet tooth? Why or why not? And what is it if you do? What's your craving for sweetness?
My sweet tooth, I do love cream cakes, but I don't have to have them all the time. It's just one of those things that I just think, yeah, fancy one. And if I fancy one, I'm going to have one.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have. I can't have coffee or tea without it being sweet. But I do have stevia, like Truvia. So it doesn't matter. Look, we're doing this together. It doesn't matter.
Of course.
But yeah, I like sweet things. What do you like? What's your sweet thing?
When I was younger, my parents didn't buy candy or sweet things, so I loved Halloween and candy bars, Snickers bars, stuff like that when I was younger. But as I got older, I got sick of it, all that sweet stuff, honestly. But once in a while, I still have a craving for something sweet, but I guess it would be ice cream, chocolate
Yeah,
ice
you
cream.
like your ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the chocolate that you guys have over there is much better than American chocolate.
Did you eat your chocolate? I sent you lots of chocolate.
That's actually I did, and it was that chocolate was the same as our American chocolate. It wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't like that rich kind of deep. Yeah, I thought I'm in for a treat, but no.
What, the Reese? You mean the Reese?
Yep.
So the Reese have to be an
Same.
American thing imported then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a darn shame.
Yeah, but like, Godiva chocolate is amazing. Just so rich and creamy.
Oh, we do Godiva.
Yeah, I love it. I love Godiva.
Yeah.
And whether it's white chocolate or dark chocolate, either one I'm good with. Dark chocolate is actually good for you. Cacao, I guess, would be the best, though.
I bought you a little birthday present, just a little one today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You love it.
Is it a back scratcher?
No.
Okay. Because I do need one. Mine broke. What would be good is if it had like wider kind of.
Do a bigger area.
The other one's just like tiny. I broke it.
Point taken. Yep. Yep.
But we're getting lots of chocolate, though. Cadbury Dairy Milk for the win. American chocolate is so subpar. Yep. Dark chocolate. Yeah.
I wonder why American chocolate isn't the same. Or
it's more cocoa instead of chocolate.
So why don't they understand that? And there's one company that gets it right. They'd make a fortune.
Why do they put so many dyes and artificial, high fructose corn syrup and all this shit into our products when they sell the same products there and they don't put it there? So it's about eugenics.
Yeah.
No, it's not my birthday until next month. I'll be there. I'll be in the UK with Allie for my birthday. But thank you.
I can't wait.
Me too. Hershey's has butyric acid in it. It's what makes vomit smell. Wow.
Ooh.
To poison you, of course. Yeah, it's so horrible for you. I mean, sugar just feeds cancer. The stuff that you learn as an adult, I wonder if it would make you think different as a kid. Or as a kid, do you just think, I'm invincible, fuck it?
You do really think like that? Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, all those times I said that, I'm paying for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endangered species brown 70% love chocolate mint. Chocolate mint. I like matchmakers. Do you like chocolate mint, Greg?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Have you got matchmakers over there?
No, we have something else. I forgot what it's called, but it's so fucking good. And I'm sure it's the same thing. Yeah. It's like this green mint in between two chocolate. They're only like that.
Oh, that's after eights. After eights.
What is ours called?
And Terry's chocolate orange. You knock it and it's got all these segments
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, chocolate orange. After eights, yeah. See, you know. As it sits now, I just eat fruit when I want something sweet.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
Quite
Here we have what are called junior mints. Oh, it's Andes thin
Andy.
mints. That's Andes thin mints. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. So Bella says to give those chocolate oranges to the kids at Christmas. So you've got them. So I wonder if that chocolate's then not as good as our chocolate, Terry's chocolate. Yeah. I wonder.
So these are Andes thin mints. These are yummy. I love them. I could probably eat that whole box in one sitting if I had a sugar craving.
This is what I have. Every now and again, I'll have a craving, but I don't have to have that every day or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and those Girl Scout, those thin mint Girl Scout cookies, chocolate. Hang on, let's see if I can find them.
Love mint patties. Mint patties. What are mint patties? Chocolate orange fingers, dark chocolate, raspberry too. Girl Scout Samoas. He's actually eating an Andes right now.
Oh wow, how about that?
Chris, what's that for? What do they call it? Some oh,
Yeah,
there's a word.
I
It's
think they're called
quite
thin mints, thin mint Girl Scout cookies. That's what I think. Got another food question.
okay.
You ready? All right.
Yep.
Okay. Let me change the banner.
There you go. Look, bride. Even a global pandemic couldn't stop us.
Damn
Established
right.
2021.
I'll be curious what your answer is to this.
Mm.
For the woman who doesn't cook, who hates cooking.
Beef stroganoff, mussels in creamy white wine sauce. Yeah,
Could you do the same thing with clams in creamy white sauce?
I don't know.
I don't see why not.
Why
I
don't
would
you like mussels then?
not really. I love clams. What
I
else?
don't think I've ever tried clams.
You've never had clams.
No,
Is that an American thing? You guys don't sell clams
might
there?
be. No,
Yeah.
I've seen them in restaurants before. I've seen clams in restaurants, yeah.
Favorite two things come to mind immediately. Family recipes. Well, it would be manicotti. My mom, I did this for you out there. My mom has these French crepes, homemade French crepes, and then on the inside you put a combination of cheeses, roll it up, put homemade sauce on top, and then mozzarella on
Divine.
top of that, and bake it in the oven until the cheese melts, and it's yummy. Another one is pierogies. Both of these were foods that were popular during the Great Depression because they were easy to make. Pierogies are just, the kind I make are potato and cheese. What I do is I caramelize onions, and then I mash the potatoes and I add cheese. You can do cheddar or American, whatever cheese you like. Put them in there, and then you make a dough and you roll it out. It's a long time. Brittany and I, one time, we made, for my parents' 50th anniversary, Brittany and I made 50 pierogies for them.
What are they?
I was just explaining that.
I thought you were talking about manicotti.
No, pierogies. It's potato and cheese. It's kind of like a dumpling or a ravioli. It's hard to explain what a pierogi is, but
you haven't cooked those for me, have you?
No, they take a long time, and I would need like a large cutting board and a rolling pin. I would need stuff that you don't have in your kitchen.
I don't have much stuff anyway, do I, love it? You know.
No, but yeah, homemade pierogies are a favorite recipe. Personally, I think I make an awesome chicken parmesan beef stew.
You do?
What else? I don't know. That'd be a good question to ask my daughter. What were some of her favorite things that I made when she was growing up?
Yeah. Ground beef, celery, onion, water, chestnuts, bamboo shoots, mushrooms, beans shoots with soy sauce served over rice. Yummy. Okay.
What is that?
Does it have a name, Linda?
Yeah.
Does that have a name?
I wouldn't eat it. Bamboo shoots, mushrooms, chestnuts, bean sprouts. No. Ground beef, celery, onion. That's you had me up until everything else. Then I'm like, no.
Pierogies are Polish.
Yes.
They are a lot of work, but so yummy.
Yes.
I like the farmer cheese ones. I have some blueberry ones in the freezer.
Yeah, you can put all sorts of different fillings in there. I love the potato or the potato and cheese, preferably. My pillow is very comfortable. I love my pillow. Country store has a lot of these items, pierogies as well. It's hard to find. There's here in the United States, they have this Mrs. T's pierogies, and then there's other companies that make pierogies, and they're nothing like homemade. Nothing. Doesn't even come close. It's pathetic. Homemade pierogies are the best. I would dare to make you those. It would take me a long time to make them, but I would make them for you just so you could try it. Do you guys sell sour cream there?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. You guys are kind of freaky, and who knows?
Yeah, we have sour cream.
Hamburger gravy over taters. That sounds good.
Hamburger gravy over taters.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what this is. Roll-it-in, and dumplings stuffed with toasted bread cubes and brown. What is roll-it-in?
Toasted bread cubes. Yeah, don't know what that is.
Never heard of that. And what kind of what is that, like a Spanish kind of food or Greek, or what is that?
Everyone's going to be in their kitchen cooking. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning for some of you, and you'll be out there going, I'm just going to cook something.
Linda knows what it's like to make pierogies. It takes a long time. You got to put basically the whole day in front of you, because it takes a long time just for the dough, and you have to let it set and put it in a bowl and put a cover over the bowl and let it set at room temperature for so long and let it rise. And it just, and then rolling it out and making the potatoes and caramelizing the onions. It's a lengthy process.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Because when I make them, or when Britt and I make them, we'll make like 80 of them. We'll have all 4 burners going on the stove.
I should think you would have to make a lot. If it was that much hassle, you'd have to make more than enough.
Yeah, and then you end up freezing a bunch. You freeze them like, 4 in a bag or 6 in a bag or whatever. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Never will be.
Nope, not going to happen.
Are you?
Even though, it means it's a lot of hassle for me because I can't fly in to see Gregg, but we still won't. Nope.
Well, here's our answer about roll it in. Beef rolled up, stuffed with bacon, onions, pickle, mustard. It's German. Sounds good up until the pickle.
You don't like vegetables much, do you?
Well, not pickle mixed in with all that stuff, and water chestnut. Asian, I don't like the Asian vegetables. I just don't like, to get me to eat any vegetables is a hard thing to do. I do like green beans. I like corn. I like salad vegetables, celery, lettuce, tomato, carrots.
At least you like some.
Yes, I do live in Florida. I make pierogies. Yum, indeed.
I dated a guy whose blind mum made homemade pierogies.
Wow.
Interesting shapes, but they were yum.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That takes some doing if it's that
Good for her.
complicated. She did it blind, bless her.
Pure bloods rule.
Yeah. I would get some mugs and stuff like that. Pure bloods rule with In5D on it.
Yeah, we should. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Pen all over me. It's about 20 minutes behind, I know.
I know.
Over pierogies.
It's harder on our end, trust me, because we're talking, we're interacting, I'm trying to read all the comments.
That's another. Well, I don't know. Are you muggles? No muggles here. I quite like being a muggle. One of my dad was just not a believer, and my mum was very much a believer. So maybe Harry Potter wise. Yeah. So what are you going to cook me? I can't wait.
I don't know.
I get lovely food when you're down here.
I love cooking for you. I do. I love cooking. I do want to make the pierogies. We
went to that restaurant today that we had the lovely chicken wings. Went there today.
Oh yeah.
But the one that made you upset tummy, that one.
Okay.
It's very rare because we eat there a lot. And we never had all that. So just a rogue thing that.
How are you doing, hon? I see you rocking.
Building. Yeah. So if you was doing a Christmas dinner, what would you cook? I can't believe I'm not going to be with you at Christmas. I'm sulking on that. I'm sulking.
I like turkey for Christmas dinner. Some people like ham, or gammon, as you would call it. But
we have everything. We have about 4 different meats. We don't just stick to one. 4 different meats. But potatoes, do you just roast them or do you do something else that's special with them? What do you do?
I make the kind of potatoes that I use for the filling for pierogies. So the caramelized onion, cheese, and potato all mashed together. Yeah, I do that. And then I'll do corn. And sometimes I'll take the corn and mix it in with the mashed potatoes. And then I like making the homemade gravy instead of a packaged gravy. Just some flour and water and or some you know poultry broth or beef broth added to it, just to But whatever, I like the homemade. Keep as much homemade as you can possibly do.
And the beer can chicken. Shove a
Yeah,
shove a beer can up its and cook it like that.
it's genius. It works it tastes just as tender as rotisserie chicken.
I was impressed. I was definitely impressed. Yeah.
I got
I
pictures of
wasn't
it.
thinking much of it when it was cooking. I've got to say, I was like, what the
No,
this is sick.
it's really good though. It's so tender. Has anyone else out there had beer can chicken? You can do it in the oven. You can do it on the gas grill. You you crack open a can of beer, shove it up the chicken's
Chicken
cavity,
hoo-ha.
and bake it like you normally bake a chicken. But that can, you could probably use soda. I don't think it really matters whether it's beer or not. Maybe it does, but I've always used beer. And I think there's something about the beer getting heated up and cooking it from the inside and keeping everything moist. It's so tender and juicy. So, so here we are. Pickus. Beer
Now,
can chicken rules. Hell yeah.
here in England, we've never heard of it. Nobody who I've spoken about this to have ever heard of it. Yeah.
So yeah, the standing rib roast. Yeah, if I could afford it, I would go with that on Christmas. Hell yeah.
What's
And they
a
usually
what's a standing rib roast?
see. Oh yeah, in the UK they don't really. You just buy beef basically there. They don't tell you like the cut of the beef like we have
No,
here.
no.
Standing rib roast is basically prime rib. It's the rib roast. It's the roast of the rib. It's that most tender selection of, well, next to the tenderloin, obviously, but or the filet mignon, but it's the most. It's wonderful. It's the most flavorful.
Mhm.
It's usually marbled, which means there's a lot of fat in it, which means it's not probably good for you, but that marbling gives it all its flavor, and it's freaking delicious.
I wonder if Lee's from England is like delightful. I think that's to do with the beer can chicken.
Ah,
Shove it up the hoo-ha.
right. Prime rib is probably my favorite meal of anything. I
Yeah.
could have a meal tomorrow, and it'd be my last meal. I'd want prime rib.
Do you like chili con carne?
I'm okay with that. I guess barbecue has its place. Charcoal is better. I don't know. I like gas grills. It's easy. I've used both though.
Oh, Sarah Ann, happy birthday.
Oh, indeed. Yes.
Please wish Sarah happy birthday.
Happy
Bless
birthday.
her. Have you had a lovely day? Oh. Horseradish. I love horseradish and beef. Very nice.
She wants to know what we, as American, eat. Mostly it's turkey dressing, potatoes, green bean casserole. Yeah, that's a typical like Thanksgiving, Christmas kind of meal.
Candied yams. What are yams?
It's a sweet potato.
Oh, I had sweet potato fries today.
Yeah, those are good. I like those.
It's very nice. I had an 8-ounce rump steak, and I could only eat half of it. So my mum's taken the other half for either the cats or the seagull. She doesn't know which one's going to cop it, but they are.
All this talk of food, and in 5D we won't be eating most of it. Actually, I think we can. I think what will happen is we can manifest the food. We'll eat it. It won't be like, if you wanted prime rib, you won't be killing a cow for it. It'll be just manifested out of thin air, basically.
Let's face it. I mean, sometimes, especially with chicken, all we need is the texture, because we put sauce with it, we put other flavors with it. So really, I mean, I don't mind not eating as much meat. I'm quite okay with that. You know, but I just don't like corn. Corn's just not nice.
You know,
Do you
if
have alternatives to meat out there other than corn? What else do you have? Tofu?
alternatives to meat,
Yeah, like vegetarian alternative.
veggie burgers. Yeah.
Yeah, but veggie burgers. But is there an alternative to meat,
Yeah, there's
like
yeah,
tofu?
I forgot what they call it. Um, like the Impossible Burger or something like that. I don't know. I forgot. I haven't tried it.
No. Yes,
Yeah.
it's Sarah Ann's birthday today.
Yes. Yes. Happy birthday, my
Yeah.
friend. Ooh, that sounds good. Prime rib with lobster bisque. Yummy.
I don't think it would be necessary, Rob, but it might just be something we want to do now and again.
I agree.
You guys are fabulous. Roasting cauliflower. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think you'd be eating cauliflower, would you?
There are so many vegetables that I don't like. All squash, cauliflower, spinach, asparagus, collard greens. Just, I don't know. Just name a vegetable. Cooked vegetable. Beets.
No, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Hello, Greg. It's also our twins' half birthday. Pretty cool. Corn makes a vegetarian turkey roast. That is supposed to be excellent. Okay.
I'm so envious, Linda, that you love vegetables. Honestly, I'm envious of
So do
anyone that
I.
loves.
I adore vegetables.
I just can't do it. It's a
Yeah.
texture thing.
Brussels sprouts, love them. Love all of them.
Yeah. They stink.
I don't like runner
cabbages.
beans that are stringy. That puts me off. I get one stringy runner bean, that's it. I push the lot away. Asparagus, I love asparagus.
Ugh. It's our star sister, Sarah, joined
Hi,
us.
Sarah.
Well, that reminds me too. Tomorrow night is the Insiders Club private chat on N5D Patreon. So all of our Patreon family, I shall see you tomorrow night.
Can I come?
Of course. I insist.
I'm not officially.
Well, you are. We were signed up for each other's, which was silly because we canceled each other out.
We did, yeah. Yeah, we did.
Well, yeah, and I get it, Sarah. Some people will say, well, you haven't tried cauliflower with cheese all over it. I'm thinking, how healthy is that? Doesn't that defeat the purpose
Oh
of
my God, it's gorgeous. Oh my
broccoli
goodness.
and cheese? Broccoli is
My
just so
mum
bitter.
sometimes cooks cauliflower cheese and then bacon with it, like bacon or ham with it. It's lovely.
My mother, she would do this. She would make like spaghetti sauce, but she had this food processor and she'd puree all the shitty food I didn't like. But I'd be I'd be looking through the sauce. I'd be like, hey, that's a squash seed right there. She goes, no, it isn't. I go, yeah, it is. You put squash in this sauce.
You can't say that you probably could taste that. It's just that you knew it was in there, so it was already like, I don't like it.
Or I'd see like little bits of mushroom in there. I'd be like, "Oh, you can't even taste it." I said, "Then why even put it in there if you can't taste it?"
So would you then not eat it because, you know, you found something in there? You were one of them kids, weren't you?
I wouldn't eat. Yeah, that's horrible. Of course, that meant I went without dinner that night. Yeah, and it's not me. You know, it is me, but I wish it wasn't this way because everybody in my family, my sisters, my parents, everyone loves vegetables. I don't. I wish it was otherwise. I just don't, and I've tried them a million different ways. Well, people say, "Well, oh, your taste will change as you get older." It hasn't yet. All this stuff really sucks. Like broccoli will always be bitter, and who knows all the fungus or whatever the heck's at the end of broccoli. I think they did some study on that, how nasty it is. Oh, well, it'll all cook out. Well, great. Then you got all these like little dead bugs floating in your water. Screw that. I don't want that.
You really have thought it through, haven't you?
I'm serious. Give me a potato. I'm good with that. Corn. Give me those starches, potatoes and corn. My foot itches. What is it? I know what it means. Money's coming with your hand itches. What does it mean when your foot itches? No, I do not eat stir fry, Sarah.
I love stir fry. Love, love, love.
I will do like orange chicken and rice without the veggies.
At least you eat some. You still eat some, so it's not all bad.
Right. He only eats green beans. For cooked vegetables, green beans, and corn. Yep. But if it meant being healthy, I'd eat green beans every night. I could do that 365 days a year. I love green beans.
Yeah. I like steamed vegetables. They're lovely. English breakfast. You had an English breakfast when you were here. We went to
that blood sausage was delicious.
cafe, and he said, "What's that black thing?" I said, "Just put it to one side. I'll tell you after.
People actually eat that.
Blood. It's congealed blood, dry, and then it's made into like a sausage, and then they slice it and then fry it. Never had it. Don't want it. No, but it's on a lot of fry-ups. Yeah.
I agree with Sarah. Salad. It's the food my food eats.
I have to fancy salad. I really do. Yeah.
Linda says, I love stir fry. I'm realizing how much I don't cook much anymore.
Is it making you want to cook it though, Linda?
Right?
Building up that. I don't know. Has anyone tried that HelloFresh stuff that they bring all of the ingredients? It's all there for you. I think it's a really good idea, but I think it's quite expensive. Do you feel like Frank Zappa listening while I'm on the toilet in 5D?
That's funny. I was watching the Monkees made a movie. It's funny that somebody mentioned Mickey Dolenz, the last surviving monkey, but they made a movie called Head, and I watched that earlier today. And Frank Zappa was in it. So it's just funny how all this stuff is coming together on this chat. Here's a talent I have, and I wonder if anyone else has this talent. You set the timer. Well, I don't know. You should really listen to this question. Let's say you're cooking and you set the timer. That already took you out of the equation. But let's say you're cooking and you set a timer in the kitchen for 25 minutes and you walk away from the kitchen. You can't see what the timer is. But you walk back into the kitchen to check on the timer and it's a minute or less, usually, or 10 seconds or less. And you, without knowing, you have that inner clock going that tells you.
I do it now. Now I've got the air fryer and it doesn't matter whether I catch it or not. So
Right.
yes, now. But when I used to kind of cook before, like for the kids, and I just used the oven, I used to burn stuff all the time. All the time. Especially pizza.
See, to me, I think it's a game on time. And every time I walk into the kitchen, I set the alarm to go off in 23 minutes or whatever. And I walk in the kitchen, it's counting down 3, 2, 1, and the alarm goes off as soon as I walk in. I'm thinking I've done this before. That's how I knew to come in on this perfect time. It's all stuff I've done before. I'm just remembering that I've done this before.
Colette says I do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, Linda. I burnt up a pot of cooking cherries last week. There are cooking cherries? Is there cooking cherries? I didn't even know there were cooking cherries. Timer happens instantly. See, timer happens.
Yeah, I agree, Vera. Way too expensive for me.
I haven't even seen what the price is. What is it per meal?
Too much. I don't remember, but it was, you know, I can't afford it.
You've got all the ingredients. I think HelloFresh is probably good for maybe students who want to cook a special meal, but they don't want to go out and buy all the little ingredients. And it's no good them buying a big bottle of spices or this or this or this, because they just have the little ones. So, yeah.
Fuck those spices, right?
You've got all your spices out there, love.
I have them now.
You
For
do.
those that don't know,
I have.
When I went there, to Allie's house, I was trying to. What's that?
I have a confession.
Okay.
I have had to nick some of the spices for my spell kits.
Okay.
Not all of them, just a few bits.
Okay, just replace them.
I will. So it's about $10 a meal. Okay. Yeah. For one person.
Apparently.
That for one person, is it? That's expensive if it's one person.
So when I go there to Allie's house for the first time, I was cooking for her and I'm like, "Where's your spices?" she had salt and pepper.
Mixed spice.
What'd you have?
Mixed spice.
A mixed spice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an Italian, kind of like an Italian seasoning, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. So I went out and I bought a number of different spices and stuff. And her daughters gave me a spice rack. And they handpicked a bunch of spices and filled up these containers.
And they did all the, with the cry cut, they put all the writing on the herb bottles as well.
Yep. So I have spices now to cook with when I go there.
Yeah.
And look at that, Mike. I've got 2 cupboards full of spices here, tons of spices. I love. Who knows? When you're going to need ground mustard or who knows what that's in there.
We've been invited over to Jodie's when I come for dinner.
Okay. What kind of rabbit food shall we have?
She does a wonderful thing with potatoes. I love her idea that she does with potatoes.
I'm very picky, Jodie.
I think if she just listens to this, she'll have a very good idea of what you like, what you don't like. So I think she'll be fine.
People that say, "Oh, well, you haven't tried asparagus this way." Good luck with that.
So Vera says, let's say I could eat a week from the cost of 2 meals. Oh, that's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, $300 to $400 a month. Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Single person, about $300 to $400 a month. What?
Yeah.
I fancy sword. Have you ever had swordfish? No? You don't fancy swordfish?
No, I never had it.
Okay, that's a bit dodgy then. Maybe we should choose something that we know he's going to like.
Jody's a cannibal. Having us
Yeah.
both for dinner.
Oh, wow. So Leah's a bit like you. She said, I have 4 cupboards full of spices and herbs.
Hell yeah. And I buy extras too. I'll buy these big things of like oregano, big containers of oregano and parsley, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'll buy extra because I go through a lot of that stuff. The common things often. They don't sell the big containers like we have here. Let me grab one.
What do you need a huge big container for unless you're cooking for a huge big family? Oh, Jodie's gone. What would you like, Greg? Poor Jodie. Off topic. I saw a good post. Keep the pits from.
Like we have these big containers of this is onion powder. It's huge. You guys don't, or parsley. You guys don't sell containers like this of spices. You have these like little tiny things of.
It's all about space, my love.
Oh, that's true.
We're a small country with small houses and small cupboards, and we don't have the space for all of that.
That's true. Even their refrigerators and freezers are much smaller than ours.
Very small.
Yeah, they're smaller than a bookcase.
It's like I've got food being delivered tomorrow, and I cannot fit a bag of ice in there as well as my food because I wouldn't be able to fit my food in.
Yeah. See, when I move there, we're gonna have a freezer.
Yeah.
A separate freezer.
Yeah.
Put stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it. I've got to have I'm sorting through a lot of the stuff now and getting rid and making room. I am. So Leah says, I do all my own cooking. My kitchen is a dream. A place for everything. Oh, that's lovely. So Sarah Ann said, I have a tiny kitchen by American standards, but average to large European standards. Yeah. I've got a very tiny kitchen.
My kitchen's about the same size as yours. Yours actually might be bigger. Because you have, I think yours is than mine. Yeah.
I've got a divider up now, but I didn't have it last time you came. Oh, my back is killing me, love.
Not me. My home space needs to be cleaned up. And I'm going to be doing like a little each week.
You've got guests coming.
Yes.
You've got Bella and Brittany.
Yep.
They know that you're you've got a bachelor pad though, don't they? They're not going to expect everything to be spotless. I'm sure.
They will be the first 2 visitors I've had since I moved here. I'm very.
What about a door? Because your guests are going to need a door in the bathroom. Have you got that sorted out now?
Yeah, I have one. It's the sliding door. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Maureen. It is building up and it's getting a bit.
Thank you for noticing her rocking, and when she rocks, to send energy. Thank you.
I'm trying to lean on the table now. Everything has its place. That's what I want my place to be. There you go. Isabella said there's no need or to do a cleanup or anything. It's pride though, isn't it? I'm the same. It's pride.
Yeah, Allie. So when I come there, there's no need to clean up before I come there.
It's going to be as spotless as it can
And
be.
I've told you that every time, and every
I
time
know,
it
I
didn't
know.
matter.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't care while we're here. We kind of like, we still kept it tidy, but it was more,
Yeah.
we didn't
Well,
care so much if it was exact.
yeah, everything has its place, like Jody said. Everything, even in clutter, everything has its place.
He's a good boy, my baby.
I call myself comfortably cluttered.
I mean, let's face it, Bella's lived with you. So
Brittany has.
she knows. They both know.
Well, Brittany, I would call her Hurricane Brittany when I would walk into her room. It's like a hurricane went in there. But apparently, she's gotten much better. She's not Hurricane Brittany anymore.
Got to sit back a bit. Oh, this necklace was a gift from the lovely Jody. Jody sent me lots of little jewelry and things like that. So thank you, Jody. I love this. It's gorgeous. Yeah. There's lots of other things as well. So yeah.
And somehow hopefully you can come to the next beach meetup. Seeing how you chickened out on this one,
Jody, yeah.
Jody. But yeah, October 2nd, next beach meetup. It's going to be behind the green lifeguard tower on the main beach, not at the tree, but behind the green lifeguard tower. And that's because it's closer to the water and closer to the drum circle.
Yeah, so please, if anybody is thinking of buying any unique products, please pop over to see Jody Abatello. She has the most amazing patience when it comes to makeup and teaching tutorials and things like that. So yeah, Jody is definitely the person to go to. Yeah, and I've used some of her makeup, mascara. I can't use the cover stick or anything because it was too light. Even though I'm quite pale, it was still too light. But she's sending some more bits. I can't believe it. I feel so blessed.
Aw. Well, my love, we've been on for just about 2 hours. You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah. That'd be lovely. No, I don't want
rocking.
to. Part of me doesn't want to, but
I know, but the rocking and everything's telling me it's time.
Yeah.
And yes, she is.
Oh, can you highlight that, Ellen? Anyone around Nashville area, I'll pay gas for November 20th gig. So if there is anybody in the Nashville area who could possibly car share with Ellen to get down to the beach meetup on November the 20th.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We can always put you in touch if you get in touch with us.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on the recorded version, leave a comment below, either on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll check it out and pass the message on. Yeah.
He's going to go and launch himself at a moth now.
What, baby?
He's going to go and launch himself at a moth. The cat. He's going to launch himself at a moth that's flying around.
Of course. And knock everything over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, just last reminder too, October 2nd is our next N5D beach meetup, and then November 20th, 3 p.m. It's on Sundays.
Ow.
It's right before I leave to visit Allie, and right after I get back. So we're not going to miss a month of the beach meetups. So looking forward to having them and to seeing everyone out there that comes to join us. So be sure to check that out. Also, for the next couple days, I still have the buy two, get one free. Buy two, get one free shirts at In5D Quantum Tie-Dye, in5d.net. Just use the coupon code In5D at the checkout. So go to in5d.net, coupon code In5D, buy two, get one free. So that's all I got.
Okay.
November 20th came in late. In5D Beach Meetup on Siesta Key Beach, October 2nd, November 20th, 3 p.m. behind the Green Lifeguard Tower, main beach. And I'll live stream some of it as well.
I love that because I felt as if I was a little bit part of it, which was lovely. So thank you for live streaming a bit.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So that I'm going to wrap it up there for me. I'm Gregg from in5d.net and in5d.com. Thank you all for joining us. And
I'm Ali from psychicali.net. And I'm going to be taking off the sale, which is up to $30 off. That's going to be taken off now, I'm afraid. You might be able to catch it while I'm changing all the prices over. But I'm going to do one offer that's going to go on for a little bit. It is the offer that I did before, which is the hour. It's 90 minutes for the price of 1 hour. So that is going to be going on. So you get an extra 30 minutes for your hour. All right.
so, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you all. Thank you for the stimulating conversation that we all had. If you're watching this on the recorded version, leave your comments below because we do check them out as well. So until the next time, we're both sending you all infinite love and light. Namaste, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.